What is the economic Olympic legacy for host cities? Imagine a city waking up after the Olympic Games and seeing a transformed skyline, bustling streets, and new jobs. That's the promise of the economic legacy. When a city hosts the Olympics, it invests heavily in infrastructure like sports venues, transportation, and housing. These projects can cost hundreds of millions or even billions of dollars. The hope is that these investments will boost the local economy long after the Games end. During the Olympics, the city usually sees a spike in tourism. Visitors buy tickets, stay in hotels, dine out, and shop. This influx creates a temporary boost in revenue. But most of this money goes to international organizations or is spent quickly. The real long-term benefit depends on how well the city manages its investments. One of the biggest advantages is infrastructure development. Cities often build new subway lines, roads, airports, and communication networks. If these are planned carefully, they can serve residents for decades, making daily life easier and attracting new businesses. But if the infrastructure is built just for the Olympics and then left unused, it becomes a financial burden. Some cities end up with venues that are rarely used, called white elephants, which requiring ongoing maintenance costs. Hosting the Olympics can also raise a city's global profile. This increased visibility can attract tourists, international companies, and investors. Cities like Sydney and Barcelona saw lasting tourism growth after hosting. However, not all cities experience this boost. Sometimes, higher prices and crowds during the Games temporarily scare visitors away. The long-term tourism gains depend on how well the city markets itself and keeps visitors interested after the event. There's also evidence that hosting the Olympics can improve a country's international trade and investment. Still, studies show these effects are often small and not guaranteed. The overall economic growth of the city or country usually doesn't change dramatically. Beyond money, the Olympics can boost civic pride and community spirit. People feel proud of their city and inspired by the global attention. This intangible benefit can motivate residents and attract talent to the area. But there are risks too. Many host cities face budget overruns, debt, and unused venues. Developing countries especially might struggle to recover their investments. If the costs outweigh the benefits, the economic legacy can turn into a burden. Successful cities focus on sustainable development. They plan infrastructure that benefits residents long-term and involve local communities in decision-making. Repurposing venues for schools, sports clubs, or cultural events helps extend their usefulness. Some recent hosts like Paris, Los Angeles, and Brisbane emphasize green building and public spaces to create lasting benefits. In the end, the economic legacy of the Olympics depends on how well a city plans and manages its investments. When done right, it can leave a positive, lasting mark on the city's economy and community. When poorly managed, it can become a costly reminder of what might have been.